Hi, drpaulhaider here. A lot of times we go out and we have a great big ice cream cone, or boy, it tastes really great, and then we have this guilty feeling that comes over us, and then we feel lousy, and then you know, next day we're feeling bloated and heavy and not feeling good, but it's already done, and it's all about allowing ourselves to either follow those senses or not. It's either, doing something that we feel pleasure in, whether it be eating something or doing something, or allowing ourselves to be in a place of equanimity and peace. That's either way is great. I remember being a kid and doing something I knew was wrong in the beginning, and then my dad would come home and I was in trouble. At that point, it wasn't worth it at all. There's no doubt about it. But at the beginning, it seemed really like a good idea, and sometimes we had crazy ideas, to tell you the truth. We tried to fly the lawnmower off the roof one time, and we got in big trouble. Um, but that feeling of guilt, there's those highs, you know what I mean? Our limbic system in our brain goes way up, those big highs of pleasure, and then we go way down to those guilt things, and we go way high and way down, way high, up and down, and we have this roller coaster ride that we're going on all the time, and our brain gets hooked on that, and it's constantly looking for that next high to take us up when we know the next low is coming right away. And so we constantly do this, and it brings about a lot of chaos in our lives, whether it be eating, or whether it be doing something outside of what we know is true to our heart. And all of this brings a lot of chaos and turmoil in our lives, but we think on the average that it's good. And I used to think that too at one time, but I have to say that having peace all the time and having joy within, which explodes upon the expanse of who and where I'm at all the time, is even more powerful. And, I love corn chips. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's one of my pleasures I do enjoy, or tortilla chips. But, I don't let myself have them on the average once in a great while, because, they're not good for my body. And I get that really high, and then afterward, all that salt and everything, I'm feeling really bad. So it's up and down, up and down. And I just got tired of it. I said, no more. This is not good for me. And it's about allowing myself to heal that limbic system in my brain, allowing myself to heal that need to have something pleasurable all the time. What about creating pleasure from the inside out? A great joy, which is there all the time, and I don't need to go outwardly to find it anywhere. It's just there. And I find that's much more important, much more sustaining, much more filled with contentment, and it really keeps me from diving deep into those places of depression also. Because if we have the constant pleasure and then the lows of guilt, and constant pleasure and lows of guilt, boy, that's a tough existence. I know, I've been there. And allowing ourselves to be in that place of equanimity, of contentment, of peace, of joy. This allows us to find something even more important. Even with, political stuff, people get hooked on watching the news and, get this high rush of, anger and excitement, and then they get lows, and then they go up again and lows. And what about being somewhere where there is that deep peace that we can express to others and help to express that love throughout the land? Instead of having this yo-yo trip that we go on up and down all the time. And that creation of the jump up and down of the limbic system, it becomes a habit. And we get it. It's kind of like getting connected to heroin or something. We gotta have it all the time after a while, and then we crave it. But after we let go of it for a while, we can look back and say, wow, that was an interesting trip. Wow, very interesting. And I don't need to do that anymore. I don't have to have that, big high and then go through the big guilt trip and the low. And once we get that, we feel more at peace, and that the part of God within us starts to expand out. And there's a great change that happens in our persona, and a change that happens in our whole world. And then eventually, if we impress others with this, the world changes too. So, allow yourselves to find that great peace within. I love you.